this month's Nuisance Abatement Board.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So just to deviate from the schedule here for 1 minute, I want to just welcome Paula Yukna, a new member to our board. We really appreciate you coming on board and thankful for you. We need the numbers, so we appreciate you coming on and excited to work with you. Thanks so much. So don't know is it Bridget? I know we had somebody else who was the secretary. Is it Krista?
It is.
Hey,
Yep.
hey. Thanks, Krista. Do you want to go ahead and call the roll?
Okay. Chair Foreman,
Present.
Mr. Slotnick,
Here.
Mr. Lindsay. Did I hear a here?
Here.
Okay. Sorry. Mr. Faniff
Here.
and Ms. Yukna.
Here.
All right. With everyone present, you do have a quorum. Could I just ask that staff identify themselves for the record?
Sure.
Thank you.
And Detective Paul Maniatis, Nuisance Abatement Detective.
Krista, did you catch those other people?
Oh no, I only heard the detective. Sorry.
Detective Paul Maniatis.
You were the only one that we could hear.
Oh, Attorney Don Landre, City of Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, I had to smash it.
And I'm Joyce Hare, the clerk, Hair.
Thank you.
Great. And Detective, do we have anybody to swear in today?
I don't believe anybody's going to be speaking tonight, so no, I do not tonight.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, I guess let's go ahead and first item on the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting?
I'll move to approve the September minutes.
I'll second.
Okay. And Krista, do we need to call a roll for this, or can we just do it voice? Okay. So all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Hearing none, and move on to the first item of the agenda, which is case number 200902, 3031 West Commercial Boulevard, Hometown Studios Hotel. Detective, go ahead and you can start the status hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The owner of this property is DWCLV LLC, and they were mailed legal notice of tonight's meeting on September 9th, 2021. Police-related incidents for the last 30 days totaled 14, with 0 being nuisance-related. I have visited the property several times in the last 30 days. The general manager, Mr. Tariq Khan, again, continues to update me with any issues from the property. Mr. Khan is present on the Zoom meeting tonight. Jurisdiction ends tomorrow, October 15th. But I'm going to recommend to the board that you guys extend jurisdiction for an additional 6 months, as we have done this with other properties in the past. If the police detail is eliminated, I would like to see what issues come up if officers are not working at the property. Mr. Landre, if you want to direct the board what they need to do from this point on.
You need to make a motion that has to be seconded to extend the jurisdiction of the board. How long?
It will be for additional 6 months.
I'll move to extend the jurisdiction of the board for 6 months.
I will second.
Krista, we should probably call a roll for this one.
Absolutely. Chair Foreman,
Aye, I agree.
Mr. Slotnick,
I agree.
Mr. Lindsay,
Aye.
Mr. Fanoff,
Aye.
Ms. Yukna,
Yes.
Okay, the motion is so moved. Thanks so much, Detective.
Thank you. And again, this property is in compliance at this time, and I will recommend a status hearing for the month of November 2021. Thank you.
Great, great. Okay, does anybody have any questions on that one from the board? Hearing none, let's move on to the next item on the agenda, which is case number 210802, 2935 North Federal Highway. Go ahead, Detective, and bring us up to date with the status of this property.
Thank you. The owner of this property is Fair Winds Motel, Inc., and they received legal notice of tonight's meeting on October 2nd, 2021. Police-related incidents for the last 30 days total 15, with 0 being nuisance-related. I met with the owner, Mr. Sean Patel, who's also present at tonight's meeting here in the chambers, and also with several members of his staff at the property several times in the last 30 days. And in one of the nights when I was there was a uniform officer present with me. Mr. Patel trespassed a homeless person who was loitering on the property. New lighting has been installed to the rear of the property, which has helped tremendously in keeping individuals from loitering in the back of the property. Mr. Patel advised that he is painting the hotel and making more improvements to the property. So the signs that I asked him to put up are now in the front office onto the window of the property. Once the painting is all completed, the signs will be put up in the back of the property. All of police recommendations have been met at this time. Again, the property is in compliance, and I recommend a status hearing for the month of November 2021. And I want to thank Mr. Patel for constantly being available every time I give him a call for anything I needed done on the property, and he's quick to respond and take care of it. So I want to thank him for that. Any other questions from the board?
Other than lighting around the perimeters, what other kind of security do they have to deter any other type of things going on? Like,
Well, they also,
because I know they, in the past, there's a clear access to the business next door. Is it still like that?
okay,
Or?
they actually have a fence put up now that's been put up on the middle of the property. So that's like a big help right there. He does have a employee that does walk the property to try to kick any loiterers from hanging at the property. They're doing a pretty good job at this time. But he also told me, the owner told me that the numbers of people at the hotel has dramatically gone down. And that could be because I think that people realize now that the police are monitoring the property. And so hopefully things will turn around for the better.
Thank you.
That's great. No, that's really, really great. I drove by the property the other day and was looking, and I drive past, kind of all the time because I live over in that area. So that's really great to hear.
Okay, and again, I recommend a status hearing for the month of November 2021 for this property.
Great. Do we need to go ahead and make a motion for that, Detective, or
Motion for what?
just for the status hearing, or we're just rolling along, right?
No, we're just moving around to the next meeting, right?
Got it. That's what I thought. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the last item of the evening, which is board discussion. Is there anything that anybody would like to bring up other than welcoming Paula to the board?
Thank you, everyone.
And I'd like to make sure everybody knows November 11th will be our next meeting.
Great. All right. Well, Paula, thanks so much. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. Hearing none, let's go ahead and then adjourn this evening's meeting. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate your time, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, y'all. Bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thanks so much, Detective. Thanks, Joyce.
John, John, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay. I'll need to meet with you again because to extend the jurisdiction is actually in order.
Okay,
So,
perfect.
yes, we'll have to get your signature on that.
We'll have to meet up again, all right? That sounds perfect. I'd love that.
Okay, good.
Yep, just let me know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you all.